Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Life out, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara, he's a man, punch, wears a party hat. Linkara, he has a magic gun. Where'd he purchase that? Linkara, coins, robots, Amazon and trucks. Linkara, this comic sucks. Linkara.
Linkara, you are cordially invited to participate in the 1049th Interdimensional Contest of Champions. Speak aloud your acceptance to participate, and details will follow. Congratulations, champion. The hell? Okay, assuming this isn't something for some prank video, I would want some more details before I accepted, so... Ah!
The Interdimensional Contest of Champions is a tournament. Within every parallel reality, there are figures best suited to defend those realities. These individuals are referred to as champions. The hosts for this contest, the Temlins, have elected to hold a tournament to judge their respective skills against one another.
Just who are
Participants are randomly selected across all realities and invitations are sent. You are under no obligation to join this great tournament. But should you enter, you will be granted the opportunity to test your abilities against other powerful individuals and make an attempt at a great prize. All battles are non-lethal and participation is voluntary. Should you remain victorious through all of your battles, you will be awarded this great prize. Defeats bring only as much dishonor as you allow yourself. If you have any further questions, you may ask now.
What exactly happens if I accept?
While you have been invited to participate, a preliminary round must be made to assure no mistake has been made in selecting you as a universal champion. Neither victory nor defeat will matter. The test will be an evaluation of your status as a champion.
How long do I have before I need to choose?
You have 1 day in your planet's time frame to decide. If you wish to ask further questions, simply touch any part of your invitation.
Poyo, get the interdimensional communicator on Comicron 1 up and running. I need to talk to Jairus.
Oh, hell, man. All these days we gotta fix that portal. I feel like I got kicked by 5 mules at once.
Good to see you two, man.
Yeah. So what's so damn important you had to drag my ass all the way over to your universe?
I got a letter recently. You ever hear of something called the Contest of Champions?
Oh! Congratulations, man!
So, this is legit? This is a thing?
Oh, hell yeah! I'm surprised you haven't got that invite before. What they up to? Something like 950 or something?
1049th according to the invitation.
Well then, they are outside space and time.
Look, dude, I have no idea what the hell this is.
You don't? Well, that surprises me even more. Sure, it's not like every reality out there watches it, but with all that interdimensional tech you got...
What the hell is it?
Okay, long time ago, there was this race called the Temlins. And over time, they ascended to a higher plane of existence. Got the whole package. Godlike powers, master of space and time, worship as gods, whole 9 yards. And after they explored the limits of what their grand power over all existence could do, they got bored. Having all that power was boring to them. And so they came up with a way to keep themselves entertained. The Contest of Champions. They invite champions from a bunch of parallel universes, have them duke it out over a prize, and they get to watch it all and broadcast of anyone who wants to see it. It's a big sporting event, like a wrestling match or something. People put bets on the champions, and they have interviews and speculation and analysis of the fights. It's incredible.
So what? I'm supposed to wrestle a bunch of people?
Maybe. You see, that's the fun part. To keep it interesting, every match is different. You're randomly assigned to fight against a different competitor, and one of them two gets to choose what the actual battle's gonna be.
Seriously? That means it might just be a friggin' thumb war.
Well, yeah, and stuff like that's actually happened. I saw an arm wrestle match once, 10 minutes, just back and forth. See, there are rules to it. While one of them gets to choose the match, they both gotta agree on the general idea of how things are gonna work. There's gotta be a reasonable chance that either one of them could win.
How do they determine that?
Tamlin's figure it out. Nice part about being all-powerful? Pretty easy to tell if someone's got a snowball's chance in hell of winning. Best part, though? Nobody's allowed to die. Get stabbed in the heart? Tamlin's fix you right up.
That's neat and all, but why the hell would I care about participating?
The prize, man! The prize!
What is the prize?
Well, I don't know what it is this time, but every contest has a different prize to it. Something powerful and dangerous. Well, when I was in it, the prize was a device that allowed time manipulation. You can bet your ass I want to get my hands on that. It's gonna help deal with the government on my world a hell of a lot quicker.
You were in one?
Yep, I got 4th place even. Got taken down by some bandit. Made us fight in the jungle with a bunch of traps that he set up. Joke's on him, though. He got taken out in his next battle against the guy that made him play a board game. What's wrong?
A lot has happened since you were last here. I'm not feeling particularly like a champion right now.
Well, hell, at least see what the prize is.
Okay, mystery dude, what exactly is the prize for this Contest of Champions?
The prize, should you emerge victorious, is an object known as the Infinity Gauntlet. Within each of its gems contains an aspect of the universe. Wielding all the gems in this gauntlet allows the wearer near absolute power. This variation on the design is based on a universe where only 5 of the gems exist, but its power is still as limitless.
Well, hot damn, they never skimp on these things.
The friggin' Infinity Gauntlet? Why would godlike beings hand over prizes like this?
'Cause they can. That's what makes a contest so prestigious and famous. After all, champions aren't necessarily good guys. They're just the ones best suited for defending a universe. Well, that might mean they're an oppressive dictator or a pacifist with superior mental abilities. Every universe got unique needs.
Seems like it'd give you an unfair advantage the next time you participated.
Well, no worries there. You only get to participate more than once if you don't win first place.
This whole thing seems like a trap, frankly. Find someone who's a potential danger, entice them with ultimate power, and then get rid of them when they're done.
Nah, after I lost, I waited around to find out who did win, and I tried to steal the prize from him. What? I was trying to free my world, dang it. That thing was too good to give up without a fight. Yeah, that guy was ready for me when I encountered him again. Fortunately, he didn't use that device to turn me into dust in the wind or something. It's too well defended. Too well fortified. Just gave up. You don't want to use that thing, you just wanted to make sure no one else could use it.
And that's what I'm gonna do here.
Pardon?
The Infinity Gauntlet is too dangerous to let it fall into the wrong hands. Alright, dude, I formally accept your invitation to participate in this tournament.
Welcome, Linkara, to the Contest of Champions.
Hold on, man, you're not ready for
Preliminary round begins now. Your opponent is Empira. Battlefield has been selected as Linkara's.
Preliminary round?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you, man. Before you start things proper, you gotta fight.
The hell?
Your attempts at interference are futile. The contest has already begun. We now wait to see how it plays out.
Okay, good thing I filmed a few reviews in advance, otherwise some things might be really confusing. Let's just deal with the fact that Jarrus is gone, Mysterious Lady is gone, Messenger Dude is gone, and everything feels weird. Criminy, is this the mental crap again? God, I hate the mental crap.
Oh, you and me both, dude.
The hell are you doing here?
Not really here. Maybe I'm your own mind trying to tell you something. Maybe I'm Margaret, but the signal is so weak because of the way this spell is playing out, and this is the only way for it to get through. Or maybe I'm the real 90s dude who has secret psychic powers that you're not aware of. Though probably not that last one. So, how's your sulking been going?
I am not sulking. I have been contemplating my decisions as of late and potential ethical breaches.
So, sulking.
Margaret and I meeting face to face only happened because I was becoming dangerously close to becoming a bad guy. It might have almost happened again.
True, but you didn't step over the line. Trust me, I know these things.
But you don't know if it was the entity who made me get that close.
No.
I have so much power. It's dangerous for me to have that kind of power. And now this contest thing. How am I supposed to resist the temptation of that kind of power that the prize will give?
Maybe you won't resist them. Maybe you'll reshape the entire world to your whims.
Exactly.
Then again, you've had the power to conquer the entire world for years now, and you haven't given into that temptation, so...
I worry that someday the temptation is gonna be too great.
Yeah, and I don't know for certain if it is, or if what happened was you. But you can't change what happened, and you don't make up for it by sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Moving forward is what's important, and thus, moving forward, what are you gonna do? If you're gonna be a champion, what kind of a champion are you going to be?
Why the hell do I keep hearing that?
This is a mental battle, and it's the preliminary round for the contest. So I'm guessing this is how that woman is going to fight you.
With a slasher movie character, she looked like she could have just zapped me with lightning.
To be accurate, I think she's trying to attack you with your own self-doubt. You've seen that kind of thing before. Let's face it, you are kind of vulnerable to the mental crap.
But why Freddy Krueger?
Because that's how all this started, with the entity appearing to you looking like Freddy Krueger. You never really got closure on that. So, I must ask again that question, what are you gonna do moving forward?
I don't know. But I'll use my imagination a bit. Ah, Mr. Krueger! How lovely to see you again! I was just on my way to kick your ass!
Nice try, Linky Lou! Now let's really get your nightmare started!
falls asleep too, and now will be sent off by you for a great injury to yourself. But of course you
Remember about this. Aha! You can go now.
Sorry.
Idiot.
Dumbass.
Oh, cute comic boy, but You're not in the real world anymore. You're in my world. And here, I am God. You can't beat me here, bitch. Just like you couldn't beat me out there.
Maybe I can't. There's always gonna be someone bigger and stronger and meaner out there.
What? And that's you?
No, dumbass, him!
Oh no! Ow! 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 Ow!
Okay, tag in. Thank you, Mr. Voorhees.
Ow! Ow! 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late.
9, 10, you're going down again.
Now here's a crossover for you. Freddy versus Ghostbusters. Mr. Voorhees, tag in! And that is the kind of champion I'm gonna be.
Preliminary round has ended. The victor is Linkara. You are both champions worthy of being in this great tournament. Now you must await your summoning for the first true round. Information and dossiers about other participants in this tournament will be made available to you soon relative to your own universe's timescale. Welcome once again to the Contest of Champions.
You did well. Good luck. And happy Halloween.
Tournament arc.
Alrighty. How's everybody doing?
Wondering why I got called to this meeting.
We might need your input on some stuff. Where's Eliza?
She declined attending.
I see. Well, we have to proceed anyway. Jairus? A few months ago, I was invited to participate in the interdimensional Contest of Champions. We went over that after the Halloween incident, but there hasn't been any news since then, until now.
To help prepare the competitors, the Temlins, the guys who run this whole shebang, send out detailed dossiers of all the competitors to each contestant. Look, the simple fact is, if I'm in this, I'm in it to win it, so we need to start making preparations.
What sort of preparations?
Enhancing my tech, running battle simulations, coming up with whole new gadgets and strategies for this. Fortunately, we do have something on our side. We have finally finished our analysis of Comicron 1 in the wake of what happened last September. Bad news first. Temporal shields, advanced weaponry, and increased power output are all gone without Vice. We were able to gather a lot of data on what happened when Vice was on board the ship, but so far our attempts to trick the system into believing that Vice was still on board have not yielded any positive results.
In addition, sections of the database were irreparably damaged both by the initial crash and the battle with Comicron 2. I'd say we've lost about 50% of the original library computer. We're still sorting through it, but a lot of sensor data and catalogs on various threats were gone.
And the good news? The Forge is still operational. Now, its capabilities are limited. I doubt we could repair the ship to the extremes Vice was able to when he got it off the moon's surface, but the replication system is very impressive, which led us to an interesting discovery.
The Vigilant is not the only scout ship Vice had.
How's that possible? We've mapped out the ship before. There's no room for other shuttles or stuff like that.
Oh, but there is! The Forge's replication systems allow it to break down one scout ship and completely manufacture a different one. There are various types of vessels. A more long-range scout, a speed-based vessel, a gunship, one meant for more scientific examination, of course.
We're working on seeing if we can manufacture the other vessels without needing to break down the Vigilant for it.
Sounds promising. Keep at it. Alright, Jairus, why don't you take it from here?
I've agreed to be Linkara's coach for this contest. Now, they start with 32 champions, including Linkara for the initial round. That number will get whittled down with each round, but we don't know yet who Linkara's going to be fighting for the first bout. We're still going over the stuff the Temlin sent, but we've picked a few that we think we should be worried about and start trying to think of some strategies on how to fight them.
Assuming we know what sort of contests they'll pick. Couldn't it just be like a board game or something? It's possible, but a board game might be a bit fairer than they want to play it. Chances are they'll pick something they're really good at. The rules state that they have to have a reasonable chance for their opponent to win.
Well, in my experience, reasonable chance means whatever the hell they feel like it means. In one of my contests, I picked target shooting, and the other guy may have held a pistol once in his life. They let me get away with it.
So, let's start going over the dossiers, beginning with the one we've already met before, Impera.
Impera's a witch. In her universe, magic is more commonplace, but truly skilled sorcerers like her can level buildings. However, Impera apparently has fought demonic spirits and creatures before, so she's more of a hero than villain, and she tends to prefer subterfuge and mental trickery than shooting fireballs. She likes to let her opponent's minds destroy themselves for her.
Considering she already used the mental crap on me before, chances are good next time we fight she'll just be shooting fireballs.
This will be her first contest, but apparently she had a friend that competed in a couple before. Oh, speaking about first-timers, flip over to the next one here. Destra Galga, King of Creatures.
It's a kaiju. There's a freaking kaiju champion? Yep. Destra Galga is 100 meters tall, can shoot a flaming energy beam from its mouth, and the spines on its back can apparently launch out and magnetically return to him. On his world, much like Godzilla, he's been both hero and villain. He's beaten several other kaijus, lost a few fights, and done untold amounts of damage. Dude, this is gonna be the best fight ever!
How does a kaiju wear an infinity gauntlet?
I'm sure it'll grow in size to fit. It is all-powerful. The better question is how a freaking kaiju understands what all this is.
Gotta have enough intelligence to understand most of this. He's fighting after all.
Which means we should probably start working on getting Neutro back up and running again should the time come.
But honestly, it's the next guy we gotta worry about. The Bandit Chief. He has no other name. This will be his 4th contest that he's participated in. He's the guy that beat me when I was in a contest. He's a survivalist and a mercenary. He's cunning, he's fast, and I don't doubt for a moment that if killing actually happened in these contests, he wouldn't hesitate to slit your throat just for the fun of it.
He's lost in all the other contests he's participated in, but he's made it to the semifinals in 2 of them.
From what happened in my contest, the best way to beat him is to somehow put him on even ground. If he picks a contest, it's gonna be on his playground.
Sounds good. Who's next?
Well, Pylo.
Are those rocks?
What, so it's like a rock monster or something?
Sort of.
Well, in that... Yeah, they're rocks.
Pull the other one.
Are you saying this champion is a pile of rocks?
Yeah, we're still not entirely certain how it works either.
Pylo has participated in 5 contests before this one, and he's made it to 2nd place in 1 of them. He's apparently a crowd favorite.
It's a pile of rocks!
Which means there's something weird about it that we gotta be concerned about, so, start thinking of ways to fight rocks.
Rockin'! I figure this is a good place for us to start. We'll schedule another meeting in a few days. Study the dossiers, figure out who you think is going to be a problem, and some strategies that we can use to fight them. We'll reconvene then.
Wait, Ace Corgi? Attorney at Paw?
Yeah, we weren't too worried about that one.
Well, what if he challenges you to a lawyering contest? Or eating dog food?
Better start practicing.
Are we sure this ain't some big con?
Good evening, I'm Danielle Dentari.
And I'm George Reese.
And this is the first segment of our Contest of Champions news coverage, reaching out to the 3 million parallel universes and 2,000 associated subdimensions.
As per usual, we'll be bringing you regular updates about the Contest of Champions, give exclusive interviews of the various contestants, recap the action of the latest bouts, and provide commentary from our panel of experts.
And things got off to an early start today with 2 matches back-to-back. The first match of the 1049th Contest of Champions saw returning contestant and crowd favorite, Pylo. Seen here in its famous victory over cyborg Galtron Carez in the 1020th contest, has managed to score the first victory of this year over Spherical, Overlord of the Dark Dimension.
While the Overlord has infamously refused to speak to reporters in the past, I was able to briefly sit down with him after the match to share his thoughts about how things went down. There was a moment about halfway into the match where it looked like you had turned the tables on Pylo by absorbing him into your matrix. What happened, Spherical? If you had to do it all over again, what would you have done differently? Any last thoughts on Pylo? So you'd say Pylo has the will of a despot, but not the heart. Well, thank you for your time. I know you have a busy schedule. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, O Destroyer of Dreams.
While Pylo's next match won't be for some time, and the matches have only just begun, the betting boards of Algar have already put Pylo as their assumed champion to win the contest, with good odds for at least reaching the semifinals.
Just 10 minutes before this broadcast, Sorceress Empyra scored her first victory in the contest over bounty hunter Sharp Tusk.
Utilizing her magics, Empyra was able to manipulate her invisible foe into overloading his own cloaking device, knocking him unconscious. Sharp Tusk refused to comment on his defeat, but Empyra said to the reporters, "This victory and all to come are for my friend Helena. May the constellations welcome her."
Helena Spruce, a former contestant in 2 other contests and compatriot of Empyra from her universe, tragically passed away 2 years ago.
When we return, I'll join Solak the Wise and demon magician Corto Valjean for their thoughts on the magics used in the battle.
But first, a word from our sponsor, Cuba Cola.
The 1049th Contest of Champions, brought to you by Cuba Cola. Feel the theoretical fizz of the hypothetical soda.
Hi, I'm Danielle Dentari. Here's a brief update on the current standings in the Contest of Champions. We'll be back with more details tonight relative to your universe's timescale.
Okay, bring him in.
You are my opponent for this contest?
Yep, name's Linkara. Although I would have thought you'd have read my dossier before meeting me.
I concerned myself only with those whom my advisors said were worth my time. Destergalga, the Blue Knight of Titan, the Hunter, Sharp Tusk, now there would have been a fight. But no. Whom do I have? A warrior of equal measure? No. An entertainment critic.
I have a spaceship.
Oh, well, truly am I blessed with a worthy adversary. How many battlefields have you crossed, whelp? How much blood have you had to wade through in the name of your empire? How many savages have you had to fight off with but a D-powered electrified saber as they advanced on you?
Thankfully, none.
And there you have it. On Spectrus Minor, I commanded a space fleet so vast the two suns were blotted out. But now I am reduced to someone who analyzes films or something.
Comic books, actually. I take it things have not been going well for you, sir?
You obviously have read my dossier. So why the subterfuge?
Deposed King Levidian Skarn, betrayed by his brother, who led an uprising among the various conquered star systems to oppose his tyrannical rule. What remains of his empire now limps along, trying to snatch up what it can, but it's a losing battle. Stop me if any of this is wrong.
When I reclaim my throne, that traitorous swine will be hung outside my palace, with cuts all over him, so that my warriors can bathe in his blood until he is dead. The Infinity Gauntlet is the key to my success. And you, critic! You are my first stepping stone!
Then choose your contest, Skarn.
Oh, but if only this tournament allowed me to gut you. But no. We will instead fight as warriors. Each of us will choose a single handheld weapon. Gun, a sword, an axe, matters not to me. Whichever of us scores 3 direct hits to the opponent will be victorious. No other weapons can be used, no force fields, no outside interference.
Acceptable. Our battlefield?
Let it not be said that I am uncharitable, whelp. Since you are going up against I, commander of the Illurian Invincibles, I shall let you choose the battlegrounds.
Okay. Right here, this house.
Very well. It will be convenient for you to go to your bed to weep after I am victorious. I will see you when the time comes.
I'll be waiting.
The time for your contest has come. Speak aloud your readiness to begin the contest, and it shall be done.
I'm ready.
The contestants are in place. Fight with honor. Fight with pride. Most of all, fight well. Begin!
Skarn?
One for me, whelp.
Gotta come out of there sometime, asshole!
Indeed.
Poop!
There's no shame in surrendering to your better, you know.
There is if they're not my better!
2 for me and none for you. Care to reevaluate that opinion, critic?
I didn't say you weren't a better fighter. I said you weren't my better.
What? Where?
It must really gall you, Your Majesty.
What does?
How you lost your kingdom.
Well, being betrayed by one's own brother.
Oh, not that part. Sure, that stings. But all those people who were formerly underfoot suddenly rising up against you? After all, you're their better, aren't you?
I am their better! Superior military! Superior intelligence!
And yet here you are, having to fight in a tournament against someone beneath you in the slim hope you can get back your power.
Ah! What trickery is this? We agree no outside forces! Just one weapon against another!
I'm still in the room with you, asshole! You just need to find me. By the way, that's 1 for me now.
You distracted me! Come out and fight me with honor!
Oh yes, I know all about you and your honor, Skarn.
What do you mean?
See, I did my homework and read your dossier. You've personally overseen massacres of innocent people.
Innocent? By right of conquest they were mine to command! Those dogs refused to leave the areas that my soldiers needed for resources! Their paltry lives were nothing next to the needs of my soldiers!
And yet your brother didn't agree, did he?
He was always weak! Always taking pity on those animals! When we were children, he used to sneak food off the dinner table and give to those wretches that mop the floors.
And what the hell made you so much better than him, eh?
I was the king! All under my rule must live and die by my command! While he was out whimpering at the graves of those wretches, I was leading the charge to keep our kingdom intact! We were always under threat from the Atrexi and their heresy, from the perversions of the Star Raiders, from the resistance groups that refused to bow to their masters. I was the one who was slaughtering them! On Galantor! On Spectrus Minor! On all of them! I was defending our very way of life! While he was getting drunk on their filth! I hope you're watching, brother! Do you remember Spectrus Minor? Do you remember when I plunged my sword into the leader of the Spectran army? Our battle with him lasted hours, brother! Hours! I did not call for help! I did not cry out when I was hit! I merely struck back! And when it ended, I placed my sword into his heart again and again and again still! And you took it all away from me! I command scraps when once I commanded an empire! And you did it! You ruined everything!
Yeah, life's tough all over.
This contest is ended. The winner, Linkara.
No!
Levidian Skarn, you will be returned to your own dimension now. While you have experienced the defeat, know that...
Revoke that decision, Temlins!
The victor has been called.
Revoke it. I am Levidian Skarn, commander of the Allurian Invincibles, emperor of the 20 systems. None deserve that gauntlet more than me.
The victor has been called. Cease your actions now.
Declare me the winner, Temlins, or I shall slay this cur and claim victory that way. I shall not be bullied or commanded by it.
Life-threatening actions against other contestants are not permitted.
But...
The victor has been called. You, Levidian Skarn, are no longer welcome at this tournament. Congratulations, champion, on your victory.
Woo!
I'm Danielle Dentari.
And I'm George Reese.
And we'd like to begin today's post-contest recap with a very important reminder for all the contestants.
The Temlins are very gracious hosts,
But their hospitality is not infinite.
so please be humble in defeat and magnanimous in victory.
Or, like the loser of today's contest, Levidian Skarn.
You'll find out what it means to get on their bad side.
Oh, Chief, you're back. So soon?
If this first round is anything to go by, this year's contest will be a breeze.
Did they put up any sort of fight at all?
You'd think so when they're claiming to be a samurai. But no challenge at all. A few well-placed flashbangs, a knife at his throat, and the contest was mine. Were there any other eliminations while I was gone?
The Blue Knight of Titan, I believe they were called. They defeated their opponent.
Not surprising. That one's going to be trouble if I have to go up against him. His armor is very advanced.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky and you can pick the contest for that.
Luck! Luck is for gamblers and little children opening trading card packs. We don't rely on fortune. We don't play the odds. We do everything we can to make sure we win. Do you understand me, Wilford?
Yes, Chief. Sorry, Chief.
The round is ending soon, Wilford. There are only a handful of those remaining that I feel we can't deal with normally, but I refuse to face defeat again. Victory is so close this time, I can taste it.
Who do we have to be concerned about?
The Blue Knight of Titan, for starters. Destra Galga, of course, I don't think we'll have anything that would even slow it down. Pylo, though I do have the beginning of a plan should it be our next enemy. But this one... I've got a feeling about this one. This one took on Lord Vice, and won. Even I was never stupid enough to do that.
According to the news, Jarrus is coaching him.
Yes. Gather the men. Time to run a few drills.
Yes, Chief.
Enjoy the tournament while you can, my friends. This time, the Bandit Chief will not leave without his prize.
So apparently in the Contest of Champions, a contestant can request to use another competitor's space as neutral battlegrounds in their fight. So right now, down in my office, there is a zombie fighting a chef. Yeah, not getting anywhere near that. In any case, hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. And welcome, my friends, to PSA Hell.
Hi, I'm George Reese. Here's a brief update on the current standings in the Contest of Champions. We'll see you again tonight with the latest from the contest relative to your universe's timescale.